11, Max, so it's all the way back here. And I'm like, God. I would watch, I was like, damn.
T-Mac was all 5. Listen, he was shimmying Kobe and
Had all the skills and all the athleticism, but he was 6'9".
You can't name 75 players better than Tracy McGrady, man.
I'll average easily 35, 40 points a game.
Here comes McGrady. Oh, he just shook the gravity right out of the building.
He takes it up and go. Tracy McGrady did not just do that.
Tracy McGrady with an incredible performance down the stretch.
Prime Tracy McGrady would dominate today's NBA. Just think about it. His size, skill, and insane scoring ability were way ahead of his time. He'll fit right in with the modern game. At 6'8", he's got a silky smooth handle, insane athleticism, and can score from anywhere on the court. Defenses are definitely going to have a tough time dealing with him, especially with how important spacing and perimeter shooting are these days. In today's game, where the three-point shot is mandatory, McGrady, already a lethal shooter, will definitely be launching and sinking more threes, taking his scoring efficiency to a whole new level. His skill to generate his own shot off the dribble, knock down deep pull-ups, and drive to the rim effortlessly definitely places him in the same league as today's offensive superstars like KD, Jason Tatum, and Luka Doncic. But he brings even more explosiveness to the table. Plus, his underrated passing and playmaking skills set him up to be a point forward, making him super dangerous in today's positionless basketball scene. With his impressive length and agility, he could be that switchable wing defender. That's super valuable in the game today. Thanks to modern training techniques, sports science advancements, and smart load management, he could stretch out his prime years way longer than he did in his actual career, avoiding some of those pesky injuries that held him back. If McGrady were in a system that played to his strengths, like a fast-paced offense with top-notch floor spacing, I believe he could drop 35 plus points per game, making him an instant MVP candidate. With all the freedom to control the game and take advantage of those weaker defenses, thanks to the new rules that favor offensive players, it's pretty clear that McGrady will be right up there as one of the top 5 players in the league, or maybe even the absolute best. So here's a collection of NBA legends explaining how deadly Prime T-Mac was. Enjoy the video.
Trace, I was trying to figure out what would you be like in today's game?
I look at some of these guys like James and these high-scoring guys that are shooting a lot more threes than myself and Kobe shot back in the days, averaging probably 10 threes a game. I'll average easily 35, 40 points a game.
Right?
Easily.
I mean,
I averaged 32 without even shooting that many threes.
Right.
I gotta say, bro, at least in my lifetime, you were probably one of the more harder guards. And I say to guard in that respects of one dribble pull up, like one dribble pull ups. People don't know how hard when you ISO, one dribble pull up, two dribble pull up, two dribble step, like to be able to control that without touch on and off, right? Is you can't manipulate that. Meaning that when I'm speaking to the basketball world, manipulation means I push up on Tracy and I push him one way. You had the know-how to not go that way and take control back over.
In today's league, the rules really apply and make it easy for an offensive player. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, we played, and also having your 5-man now being able to, spot up, shoot threes, spread the floor a little bit more. So opposing to when we played, you had a traditional 5-man, you had a traditional 4-man, power forward, you had a small forward. You maybe played with 2 shooters, maybe, right? So in essence, that made that paint tight, right, congested. So nowadays, the paint is wide open because everybody can shoot the ball. You're a big man. Well, look at Jokic. He's initiating the offense. Embiid spotting up, shooting threes, handling the ball. Like it's a wide open 1-on-1. Get a bucket.
When I used to play you in Toronto, it would probably be off a mismatch or a switch or something, right? When you got to Orlando, it was like I had to guard you. And you had figured it out. And it's nothing worse than when somebody and I figured your plan out. So yeah, man, it was like what I thought, because I think one time I actually got a piece of, I got a piece, because you used to have this high release.
And I jumped high.
And you jumped high. You and McDyess probably, just off a regular jump, like a lot of people don't even notice, like on your turnaround, Joe, you don't even know how high you, on top of you 6'11", Max, so it's all the way back here. And I'm like, God.
I would watch. I was like, damn. Then Philip was like, yo, you gotta contest this guy. And then I'm just trying to contest at that point. But I could always remember going into I probably guarded you about 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And then I got off that.
Yeah.
We switched.
He was sliding them puppies, man.
Sliding them
trying to use
puppies,
that
reaching.
leg.
But he had a lot. You know what you don't get enough credit? Your handle.
Yeah.
Man, you don't get enough credit for your handle. You don't get enough credit for your quick moves. A lot of people don't know. Mac might catch him on the elbow. You know he gonna little boy everybody. He might just turn his shit.
What was it when you got to Orlando? Since we talking about Mac, like getting there and seeing like he didn't left Toronto and now he became T-Mac. Like what? Like because you know what I'm saying. You just played with Kobe, then you play with MJ. Now you get in and you see this different type of animal. Like what was that like after being with those two guys and then walking in yet another 2/3, whatever you want to call it, like dynamo, just cold. Like how was that?
Man, this dude was he was the same talent. Like he had the same talent. Like far you could post him, right shoulder, left shoulder,
shoot threes,
go either way, pull up off the dribble,
jump over you,
whatever, jump over you, pass,
yeah.
And man, he just scored so easy, like no
Effortless.
effort, yeah. And so a crazy story about T-Mac. We played against the Wizards, and Jared Jeffries was guarding or whatever. So I'm a starting point guard in Orlando. This man had 62 points, right? I'm a starting point guard.
Jared.
And I had 2 assists. So, so I tell you, man, he catch that. Yeah.
So many hand dribbles.
Oh man,
my God.
a lot of ice. Come on, starting point guard, he got 62. I got 2 assists for the whole game. Like I tell you, like
that's crazy.
You going through one.
Man, come on, man. Like,
was you surprised that he didn't make the 75?
Yeah, I was, and I think they try to go off winning championships or whatever, but that's not what it's about. Like you carry the franchise.
I'm a player.
And you a top, and you a top player. I don't care like what you done.
Too.
Yeah, you a top player.
When I got to the league, the best player at my position was Tracy McGrady.
Right.
We ran to him. It was 30 every
Easy.
time you seen him.
Come on, 2-time scoring champ, like perennial all-star. Like, I mean, I know he had the back issues or whatever, but like he was, man. So, but the thing that he don't get credit for, man, he's a hell of a passer.
Yeah.
Like he can make all the plays. Yeah, he was like the point guard, a 6'9" point guard, without being called a point guard. You know what I'm saying? But he don't get enough credit, man.
T-Mac wanted to be great. He wanted to dominate, and he wanted to be the king on the court.
Let's go.
Young, athletic, wanting to just destroy people. That's what it was.
These kids can fly, can't they?
His dunks were extremely explosive. Kind of lulled you to sleep. Before you knew it, he was jumping over top of you.
In the first game, I remember we played against the Wizards, and he had 30 plus. From that moment on, it was like, I'm on the map. I'm here. I'm in that conversation of one of the top players.
He's got 32 points in the game.
Every time I played against him, it was like trying to solve a puzzle. Try to invent schemes almost, because regular ones wouldn't work.
You can see glimpses of some amazing potential. And then one day, he's top 5 best players in the league.
Tracy McGrady takes it back in the lane, serves it off the glass, moves out for the jam. Whoa!
Here's a guy at 6'9" that moved as if he was 6'3", can literally do everything. He could turn left shoulder, he can turn right shoulder, he could score from the post, he could score from the perimeter, he could facilitate, he could defend.
Right shot blocked by McGrady.
When you have that combination, it's extremely dangerous.
McGrady sets a franchise record 62.
The game looked easy while dominating.
I remember him being a skinny, scrawny kid to now be one of the greatest players who's ever played. It's pretty surreal.
He could just do it all. One of the most dominant perimeter players to ever have played in the NBA.
McGrady, 4 seconds left. Come on. What a shot by Tracy McGrady.
No, I drafted McGrady in Toronto. And the thing that I saw in him that I loved about him in high school was that he did everything so easily. And it gave the appearance that he was nonchalant, he didn't care. But when you really broke it down on film, he was fast, he was athletic, he was quick. So consequently, he would always be there waiting. and it looked like he was just, you know. I mean, he was never out of position. Offensively, you know, his moves were quick, but they were slow because he was that fast. You know, so you had a chance to really see him in action, and I think from a shooting standpoint, from a passing standpoint, a ball handling standpoint, he was just about as good as we're gonna see in this league, you know, maxed out in those offensive categories.
T-Mac was all 5. Listen, see he was shimmying Kobe and I got the same shit you got.
And then you see when he came back down.
But
do KD got that?
Do
KD got that?
What I'm saying is he's trying to, but it's the same. He got the same thing though. That's what I'm saying.
But do KD got the
Melo ain't.
I think Melo will beat up T-Mac because Melo. Yes. That's why.
But he's not a better scorer than T-Mac.
But that's why I'm saying I don't think T-Mac can be a scorer.
What T-Mac did easy. That's easy.
No, I mean,
that's easy. Oh my! I was there when he scored 60. That wasn't even a good game.
I got a lot.
He missed. The man missed like 9, 10 free throws. Missed a bunch. He should have had 80.
T-Mac better than James Harden?
Yeah, as a scorer, James Harden perfected something. So that like
the travel?
No, what I'm saying is James Harden perfected what he does best. Like if you say James Harden, I'm gonna take the ball out of your hand, be efficient in scoring. Can he do that? Mac was different.
But Paul,
it was so easy.
Like Paul just looked different.
It was so easy for Mac that it was like Vince Carter, right?
Yes.
It was just easy.
I appreciate you. You know I love you. It's unfortunate that you have to fall in that BS category. You don't have a championship, whatever. I always thought you was one of the great players. You gave it to all of the greats.
You know, a lot of people don't like T-Mac was, like we said, when it comes to like style, how he dressed when he played the game. Like we wanted that swag. You know, that's why we all put on that leg sleeve. And so, you know, I just think the importance of veteran guys. We spent a lot of time in Chicago with Tim Grover. You know, we down there rehabbing and getting ready. And I remember T-Mac used to come and do this hang dribble, right? And you know, that's all I did. And I got it from T-Mac. You know, I'm just coming to, I wasn't 6'7", 6'8" doing it, but like, I just wanted to do what T-Mac was doing. I remember being in the gym and hearing him on the sideline talk about me killing people with this hang dribble, like this shot. And he was like, here it come, he go. And I was just tearing people up and I was like, I got it from you.
The guy that always gave me the most problems actually was Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady?
Yeah. Tracy McGrady, man. Tracy McGrady with his, you know, he had all the skills and all the athleticism, but he was 6'9", and he was really, really tough to figure out.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me, do you think if a prime T-Mac were to play in today's NBA, he will be the best player in the league? So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and until next time.